The creek is finally unflooded, and it moved our bridge. So, I was going to make a video on my birthday, which was last Tuesday, April 26th, but I wasn't able to, so I'm here now. So happy late birthday to everyone else who also has their birthday on the 26th. And I was thinking, people probably have birthdays every day of the year, so happy birthday if today's your birthday as well. So, I wanted to talk about how things have changed in the last year. How over the last year I've been craving adventure and new experiences. And I'm falling in the swamp. Okay, so I ended up having a really awesome adventure where I met this lady. I talked about her for a second in another video. I met this lady and it just felt like we were family, even though we had never met. And I just it's hard to explain, but I don't get along well with people usually. People are really hard for me to talk to. But this lady, it was like meeting a sister. It's so hard to explain. Anyway, it changed everything, and I was leaving the house to go to her house to help her with her moving and all that. And then when she ended up moving, we went with her to continue helping her move. And I rode in the car with her, which doesn't seem like a big deal, but for somebody who never rides in cars with anyone unless I know them specifically, it was a super bizarre experience. Or I don't go places or stay overnight anywhere because I don't like traveling. I have travel anxiety. Anyway, and I went on this trip and I stayed overnight and it was awesome. And I was looking back over the past year since my last birthday and I was thinking about all the things that I wanted to do and accomplish. And I was like, dude, I really did have adventures. It really happened. And though talking to people in general is still pretty nerve-wracking, it doesn't seem to freak me out like it used to. I've learned to have a few talking points available to try to engage with other people. It seems talking to others comes naturally for others, or maybe they're just faking it like I am, but they're doing a much better job. But I'm super awkward, but it's just who I am, and I've learned to just accept my awkwardness. And it gets much easier when you can just kind of laugh at yourself. That also helps diffuse tension. So I'm still learning, like we all are, learning how to communicate with others, learning how to navigate life in general, learning how to be yourself. It seems like you would just be able to be yourself, but it's like what you're okay doing with yourself alone, not dirty stuff, but I mean in general, who you are by yourself versus who you are with other people. Odin, you're on a leash, sir. So if you get tangled, you're gonna be tangled. What was I saying? Oh, right, who you are by yourself versus who you are with everyone else. Oh, slipping in the swamp. And then you learn to be more comfortable, with you, but with other people. Odin, we're not crossing the creek, sir. Oh my gosh, is that a yellow fly on your ear? No! It's not yellow fly time! I've also learned that as the bugs crawl back out from wherever they slumber in the winter, that I like fall and winter more because the bugs are basically gone, except for the roaches, but they're always out. So they don't bother me as much anymore, the roaches. Actually, I was doing I was researching about them and discovered that they're actually really good mothers, which is super fascinating to me. Alligators also are pretty terrifying, and they are really amazing mothers too. There aren't any alligators in the creek, in case you were wondering. So though I'm an introvert that likes to stay at home, I do also often, sometimes crave adventure and like, I want to leave the house. Not all the time, because, I mean, why go into the city when we can just play in the woods? That's how I feel. There's nothing wrong with being an introvert, even though we live in an extroverted world. There's nothing wrong with staying at home or finding adventure in the woods. Don't let the extroverts get you down, man, with their overabundant amount of energy and how they feel the need to be in your face and wanting you to come out of your house all the time. Just be yourself, man. Odin, I'm not getting in the creek. So things are happening. Adventure is happening. I'm getting ideas. It has been a bit stagnant the last few years, it seemed, but things are like really happening now. Odin, no! Don't sit down right there! You're gonna sink into the swamp, sir. Anyway, I can't think of anything else I was gonna say. And though I could stare at this creek forever, maybe you don't find it that entertaining. I was talking to this lady the other day, and she was saying that people should embrace their natural appearances, no matter how uncomfortable they feel being that way. And to me, that just sounds limiting, confining, like you're in a straitjacket. I feel it's important to maybe not get your inward appearance to match, your outside appearance to match your inward one, but potentially as close as you can get, because if you're unhappy with how you look, if it doesn't reflect who you are, you're going to continue to be unhappy. But if you can, like, cut your hair in a different style, or dye it, or change your lineup of outfits, whatever, clothes, to make yourself feel like it represents you more, I feel that's important. I never would have been happy being this traditional girl, long hair, dresses, whatever. That's not me. It never has been, it never will be. I mean, I've worn dresses and I've had long hair, but it doesn't feel like myself. I'm kind of like a year-round flip-flops wearer, pajamas, but I feel comfortable that way. Honestly, this whole, like, I don't know if you know or are aware, but gender roles really make me angry. Don't pee on my pine cone! Oh! Because people should be able to be themselves, and this whole traditional mindset is really holding us all back, and it's not needed. Nothing creams my corn quite like a traditional mindset. I don't understand why you want to be held back in old ways of thinking. I don't understand why you wouldn't want to expand your mind, your style, your consciousness. To me, traditional just says limited, closed-minded, stuck in the past. It's just not where I want to be, man. Like, if you want to be that way, that's cool. You do you. But not everybody does. And that's okay too. I was holding the most interesting frog the other day. It was like a tree frog, but it was so much bigger, and it was also white and looked a lot like the moss that grows on the trees. It was so awesome. It had this hair stuck on its face. I wanted to grab it so bad, but I didn't want to freak him out. Like when I find lizards that are like halfway through shedding and I really just want to help them. Oh, I had this idea about lizards in winter. Because the lizards are out in winter, but they're cold, which is why they're laying in the sunshine. And I was like, what if we really learned how to crochet and we crocheted sweaters for lizards? I don't know if it would help, if it would do more harm than good, but can you imagine all the lizards running around with little crocheted sweaters? It would be so cute. Odin, why are you laying down? We're in the middle of walking. Due to circumstances, Odin now has to be on a leash all the time. Though we've learned that he's basically walking me instead of me walking him. So that's fun. And if I already said this, I do apologize. I cannot remember a lot of things all the time. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed these ponderings of mine. And I will be back soon with more. Not tonight, because tonight I will be writing. Writing like like a banshee. I really love the saying like a banshee, but that means like screaming, bloody murder. And I never get to use that saying for anything. So when I can't come up with a saying, I like to say like a banshee for everything. It's my universal saying. Even though it doesn't make sense, I don't care. Check out these grapevines. They grow everywhere. And we never get any grapes because the squirrels take them. That's okay. They have to eat too. It's nap time, so I'm gonna head inside before they decide to take me away and I'm never seen again. Kidnapped by gnats. Unless, I guess it's better than being carted off by mosquitoes. Or kidnapped by alligators. I'm just kidding. Have a wonderful day!